The charge of the Light Brigade during the Battle of Balaclava on October 25, 1854, is one of the most famous and controversial events in military history. This disastrous cavalry charge during the Crimean War was immortalized in Alfred, Lord Tennyson's poem, The Charge of the Light Brigade, which celebrated the valor of the cavalrymen while subtly critiquing the futility and mismanagement of the attack. The charge was part of the larger Battle of Balaclava, which itself was a critical engagement in the Crimean War, a conflict pitting the forces of Britain, France, and the Ottoman Empire against Russia. The battle involved a complex sequence of military maneuvers and skirmishes, but it is best known for the catastrophic charge of the British light cavalry led by Lord Cardigan against well-entrenched Russian artillery. The disaster unfolded due to a miscommunication in the chain of command. Lord Raglan, the overall commander of the British forces, issued an order intended to prevent the Russians from removing captured guns from an overrun Turkish position. However, the vague wording of the order and the misinterpretation by the officers led the Light Brigade to charge not the intended position, but a different artillery battery that lay at the end of a valley flanked by more Russian guns. The brigade, comprising around 600 men, charged directly into a hail of Russian cannon and rifle fire. The bravery and discipline of the cavalrymen were remarkable. They reached the Russian guns and engaged in fierce hand-to-hand combat before retreating under heavy fire. The charge lasted approximately 20 minutes, resulting in a high number of casualties. Nearly 110 men were killed and about 160 were wounded, with over 300 horses lost. The charge of the Light Brigade became notorious for its bravery and tragic futility. It highlighted the horrors of war and the courage of soldiers following orders despite the obvious danger. The event also led to public outrage in Britain, as it underscored the mismanagement and incompetence of the military command. Tennyson's poem, written just a few weeks after the charge, helped cement the event in the public imagination. The poem's lines, "Theirs not to reason why, theirs but to do and die," underscore the theme of noble sacrifice, turning a military blunder into a story of heroic action, which resonated deeply with the Victorian public. The charge of the Light Brigade remains a symbol of both heroic action and the tragic consequences of faulty military decisions. Its legacy is reflected in various cultural expressions and continues to be studied as an example of the complexities and costs of warfare.